So hello, welcome back to Stephen's Forals. Today I have quite a special episode for you because I haven't bought another car, don't worry, I haven't completely mad. I've already got enough on my plate at the moment without having another car to sort of work on. However, my fiancé has added some work a little bit because she's gone out and bought a car now. We always have an agreement on cars. She sort of can drive them and use them, and this guy's going to be going to some shows as well. And I do all the hard work in terms of booking them in for servicing, booking them for MOTs, looking after them, cleaning them. I've just given this car a massive clean, which I filmed as well, which will be coming out on the channel soon. So my partner's always been interested in having a car from the 1950s, 1960s, preferably a sports car. However, one of the things I like about this car is that it's got A, Nissan running gear, so it's going to be very reliable, and B, it's also quite a modern car as well, so it doesn't feel too different to drive to anything else. So whenever my fiance and I go to a car show, she absolutely loves these Figaros. She always goes out and has a good look round them. So when I saw one for sale at a local auction recently, I sort of mentioned it to her, and I think that was it then. She was watching YouTube videos on these. She was reading up what to look for, reading buyer's guide online. She's fully committed to it, to be fair. And I knew when she saw the car for the first time, I knew she was going to buy it. A bit like me with the SL. She knew I was going to buy the SL when I saw it. I sort of knew she was going to buy this. And to be fair, the auction ran, and I think I ultimately got it at quite a good fair price. I don't think it was cheap, but I don't think she overpaid. This car does need a little bit of work doing to it, which we'll go for a walk around in a minute, and we'll have a discuss about what's going on with the car and the condition of it. As I've already mentioned, I've been out today giving it a blooming good clean, which you will see on the next video on this car. I'm not sure when that'll be out yet, but that'll be the next video in this series. I feel absolutely knackered after it. It's a little car, but boy, did it need a lot of work doing to it. But after it now I've stopped and had a quick walk around it, it is so worth it. Really. So you might know that they came, I believe, in 4 colours. Now this is the grey version of it. They made about 6,000 of these grey cars at the overall production of 20,000 cars. Now it's quite an interesting backstory because these were so popular back in Japan because they only sold these cars in Japan. They didn't actually have any plans to export them. So every car you see outside of Japan has been exported. So this car has been imported to the UK. Now, in Japan, these were actually really popular cars. They are just a basic Nissan Micra underneath, but actually they've got this lovely body on them, and they've also done a lovely interior as well on them. So Nissan ended up doing a lottery scheme for this. So basically you'd apply, I don't know if you pay any money for them, don't know too much about the scheme, but basically you'd apply, and then lucky people would get their name drawn at a lottery, and they'd get the chance to actually have a bald slot for one of these cars. But anyway, let's go for a little bit of a walk around this car, and I'll show you some of the really good points of this car, or some of the areas that it needs a little bit of work on. So cosmetically, it's actually okay. There are a few little bits on the chrome. Now I have been trying to clean this up a little bit, but there are a few areas where the chrome, a perfect example, is a little bit pitted. This isn't going to be a concourse car, it's going to be used an enjoy car, so a few bits we are going to do, but little bits of chrome like that are sort of the bottom of our list at the moment, really. It's got little 12-inch wheels, which are absolutely comically small, but actually suit proportions of the car when you actually stand back a little bit. So not too much rust on this car. It's a little bit bumping up just along the sills there. It's again something I might try and get done next year or two. It's little areas here where the paint's chipped off on the edge of the door. It's just bumping up a little bit. Now the interior, really nice place to sit actually. I think we will have a little sit inside it. So this particular one has had the miles per hour conversion done. It obviously would be in kilometres. I do believe that the mileage, which is 87 on this car, is actually in kilometres, I do believe. So obviously you've got your heater controls, we've even got air conditioning as well. This particular one's had an upgraded stereo, so it actually has Bluetooth in there, and then in the glove box there are some wires, mainly a USB and also an aux socket as well, so you can plug that in if you want to Bluetooth it in. A little cigarette lighter down there, quite a big gear lever. It doesn't look that big in real life, it doesn't look so big on here. So these all came as a 1 litre 4-cylinder turbo automatic little things, but you can guess. Now, the interior is good. We've had the roof down. The roof functions as it should. Obviously, I'm not going to put it on today because it is a little bit wet and miserable out here, to be honest. So the only problem really with the interior, this driver's seat is a little bit worn. It's sort of some of the stitching come away, so I think we might just get away replacing this bottom swab, to be honest. So we're looking at the moment, maybe possibly a new base for it, or possibly maybe actually buying a whole new chair. There's little bits like the trim on the side. This is loose. The plastic is cracked behind it. The seat also does move around a little bit. I don't think it's quite bolted in right, which I'm going to have a look at. But yeah, the main thing, it just needs a really good clean. I mean, it's just so... Look at the difference there in the carpet. It just needs a really good clean. So I've got that to come, unfortunately. That will probably, again, after the exterior detailing video, I'm going to have to do a good interior detailing. Close that up. I want to look at the outside a bit more. It did have some sort of wind deflectors, rain deflectors fitted on here. I've just taken those off, and I do think it looks a little bit better without them. The roof, which folds back into the compartment here, which is interesting. You don't really have any luggage space in this car. I suppose you could put stuff in here if you don't have the roof down, but you've got to make that choice whether you want the roof down or not. There's also a spare wheel in the back here as well. So yes, the roof is in very good condition. I have given it a clean again. Please do watch my detailing video for that. I've detailed all behind here as well. Even little areas like inside the filler cap I've detailed as well. So here we are at the back of the car, and again, really nice looking car. The paintwork on this car isn't actually too bad. It's just let down by the chrome, really. I'll show you a little bit there, but overall a really nice little car, this one. Really pleased with it. It will need a little bit of work again. If we have a look at the arches here, in the bottom of the sill, this sill on this side seems ever so slightly worse, a little bit more bubbling rust on here, but nothing too bad. It has had some bodywork done in the past. So here we are with the interior again from the other side. Nice little place to be. Oh, there we go. Nice little back seat as well. And we actually haven't taken this out, to be honest. Look at this. This is a Stratford Festival of Motoring, which I actually went to on the Saturday, and that one in my, what was my new SLK. And it was actually won a prize on the Monday, so it's actually a prize winning car, this one. So what does my partner plan to do with this car? Well, A, for me to clean it. B, we're going to get a big service and a cam belt done. They are recommended cam belts done about every 5 years on this kind of serviceable item. This one had it done. We've got paper that say it had a cam belt done about 10 years ago, so that's going to need doing at some point in the near future. So we're probably going to spend £500–600 getting a few little bits and pieces done to the engine. Cleaning wise, I can do that for free. I've got all the products with me. I just need to go out and do the inside now, which I'm a little itching at the bit to go and start. The other thing is the bodywork. We're probably going to leave the bodywork for probably a few months now. It's more important we get the engine work done that it needs and the service. And we're going to have a big service on this car. It is due an MOT not till June, so we've got about 5 months, so we need to really worry about that. So what's my partner going to do with this car? Well, she's going to just simply use and enjoy it. She loves coming to car shows with me, and she's sort of got to the idea recently of actually having her own car to show at shows. Now, I obviously prepare my own cars as well. I'm going to have to prepare this one as well. So now it's sort of doubled my workload almost. I don't mind. I think this is fantastic. She wants to get a bit more involved. She's even said she might even help picking up a sponge and giving it a little bit of a clean maybe at some point. So we'll see if that actually happens though. So we've already been looking at car shows to take this too. We're not going to be doing anything too grand. We're not going to be doing any grand European tours in this car. It is going to be probably local car shows, local drives in it. If it's a nice Sunday morning, maybe we'll take it out for a drive. Occasionally I might even get to drive it myself as well. I'm also a member of the Midland Automobile Club, which is based at Chelsea Wolf, which I go to quite regularly. And I spoke to them yesterday, and because I've already put my membership down as being a single membership, which I get a member and then a visitor pass, they gladly say, yeah, we'll do that for you, we can increase it. And as it's still quite early on in the year, we've actually been able to still get the most amount out of that pass as well. So my partner's going to get a separate membership pass to me. The car is actually quite presented quite well. It's in quite good condition. There's a few little bits that we can do. My partner's already been looking on the internet of parts of this car, and so something we'll probably do together, working out what can we do ourselves. but then also looking at what could be farm out. So all the mechanical work we generally farm out to our local garage. We've already been looking at specialists and getting parts from them, and she's really excited, and that makes me excited that she's excited about this car. So it's already in condition that we can actually go out and use it. It's fairly presentable, bar the interior, which I'm not going to go to a show with that interior, unfortunately, and doesn't need to be cleaned before we go out anywhere. However, it is pretty much in a presentable condition. There's nothing major that we need to do to this car, really. So I think the goal for this car is just to get out there and just use it and enjoy it. So I'll be taking this car out for a drive. That'll be a separate video to give you guys a little bit of some of my driving experience, and I'm quite looking forward to taking it out. So I'm not going to waffle on any longer. It's going to be goodbye from me, goodbye from the Figaro, and we'll see you very soon. Goodbye.